Hello, and welcome back. Now, we got a lot of stories. Let's get going. Marianne, my love.
Dear Goddess, I ask for guidance. Professor, you're always watching over me, aren't you?
Yep, that's me.
I've spent my entire life avoiding people. Speaking to others was so difficult for me.
Oh, our bags are gone.
So I made a point to always be alone. Animals and the goddess were the only ones I could really open up to. Do you remember the time you asked what it was I prayed for?
Thanks for protection, right?
Yes.
I knew that.
But that wasn't the case. Back then, I felt that my life served no purpose, and that I was nothing more than a burden. In truth, I was begging the goddess to take me to her. That was my daily prayer.
Bruh.
But now I fear the idea of dying and being left alone. I have friends who accept me for who I am now, in spite of my quest. And I have you watching over me.
She's just like me. For real, for real.
I finally learned to accept the kindness and warmth of others. It's because of you, Professor. Because of you, I've decided to live.
Oh, well, Marianne, I'm honoured.
I'm sorry to have worried you, but I'm all right now.
Bless
Even if
you.
I'm separated from you or any of my friends, the memories I've made here will give me the strength to continue on.
You should look to the future instead of the past. From now on, we'll look to the future. Together.
Oh, I'm sure I'll have the strength to move forward if we're together.
Oh, Marianne. Hey. Do we have quests? We do have quests as well. Let me run around real quick. Wait, can I? No. No, I cannot. I don't think that was the case. Eleanor. Hello?
Professor,
Yes. Appears from the shadows.
Thank you for helping me with my training again today, Professor. I'm gonna keep at it for a while longer, so you go on ahead.
Should get some rest.
I can't. Not when I'm right on the cusp of using my power to greater potential. Surely you yourself are tired. Just don't worry about me, okay?
Oh? Lysithia, you alright?
I'm sorry, Professor. It was careless of me to continue, despite how fatigued I clearly was. I probably should have listened to you. Now I've made a mess of things. I can't help but feel the need to rush in all things constantly. You get that way when you realize you haven't got much time.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot we got the two Debbie Downers. That's fine. It's fine. What do you mean?
18 years ago, House
18
Artelia
years.
was involved in a civil conflict within the Empire. All we did was respond to a call for aid. We weren't involved politically.
And on her 18th birthday, found out she wasn't his?
But once the rebellion was crushed, my family was held responsible for the aid we gave, and the Empire gained some sway over us as a result. At the time, the noble houses of the Alliance took a passive stance. No one lent aid to my family. As a result, some key officials within the family were killed, and people from the Empire were sent to replace them. Among those people were some mysterious mages. They were unsettling, in a word. skin pale as death. One after another, they captured and imprisoned the children of our household. They began performing terrible rituals on the children, though it's probably more accurate to call them experiments. With the Empire monitoring our every move, my parents could do nothing but watch in horror as all of this unfolded. One after another, the children died, until the only one left was me. You know, my hair wasn't always this color. During their experiments, they'd been doing things with my blood. One morning, I awoke like this. A shock of white hair, all trace of pigment gone. Upon seeing me, the mages were delighted. They realized that their experiments had finally succeeded. Sure enough, they ran a test and saw that two crests coexisted within me. Losing pigment from my hair wasn't the only loss. The mages informed me that my lifespan was now greatly shortened. 5 more years at most, perhaps less.
Awful, mate.
Shortly thereafter, the mages lost interest in me, and we never saw them in the Ordelia household again. Since all that, our family has been in decline. It's challenging now even to govern our territory. After all my mother and father have suffered, I at least want them to have peace as they grow older. That is all I wish for, but I haven't much time to ensure it comes to pass.
Too soon to give up?
It's not like what's been done to me can be undone.
Let's try and find a way to undo it.
Professor, the only way I can conceive of would be to remove my crest somehow. But I don't know if that's even remotely possible. Even if it were, I wouldn't be of much use to you and the others without my crests.
We will find a way.
You sound resolved. I'll allow your resolve to bolster my own. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, you're welcome. Bless Lysithia. Okay, next. Let's cut across. Do this one up north.
Okay.
Oh! Ferdinand von Ayer.
What an interesting way of looking at life. Ah, it is
Terrible
you.
hair.
Just at the right time.
You're working late?
Oh, is it nighttime already? I must have gotten carried away. There is something I wanted to discuss. Something about you. I am starting to believe that you are a true hero. You hold the lost crest, you wield the sword of the Creator, and you lead everyone in battle against great enemies.
That's
Not only
me.
that, but you are a strategist. You stand alongside rulers, supporting them, advising them. You do not seem particularly ambitious, and yet you accomplish so much.
That's high praise.
I am not exaggerating. Everything I said is true. I have been reading about the history of Fargus, you know. The kingdom's founder, Lug, the king of lions, had 2 advisors. One of them was Pan, the undesiring strategist. According to historical records, Pan wanted nothing for himself. He devoted himself entirely to Lug. He had tremendous power, but he never seemed concerned about his legacy. So in the old chronicles, there is hardly any mention of Pan's deeds. All that we know is that he helped Lug, his friend and leader.
Think someone could be so virtuous.
It is not surprising that you have never heard of him. I did not even know his name until recently. But when I watch how you conduct yourself, I feel that I am seeing the unknown deeds of Pan. It is only a thought, of course, but it makes me feel rather happy. Even if it is not in the pages of a history book, a life can be full of achievement. I know that I will never prevail over Edelgard. Even if I defeat her on the battlefield, I am what I am. Like you and this undesiring strategist, I will do what I am called to do, even if no mark of me remains in the history books.
Oh. Well, he's grown a lot. I'm wanting to be... I'm going to be the greatest. I'm going to overtake it, Edelgard. Now he's like, yeah, you know, some people aren't made for greatness.
Really?
It's very humbling comment. Bruh. Thank you. Sheesh. Okay.
Professor,
Hello. Yo.
I will not yield!
Yeah.
It's been a while since I had such a close call. If not for you, Professor, I wouldn't have made it. I didn't expect to be ambushed on a simple scouting mission.
You hurt?
You should be asking about the mission, not about me. I have to ask, Professor, what brought you here?
I was worried about you.
So you came to protect me. I'm beginning to understand why your allies love you. These are selfish times. One doesn't expect to encounter selflessness. You're kind. In that respect, I'd say you're much like Lady Rhea.
Think Lady Rhea's kind?
Of course. It's thanks to her kindness that I'm here today. I was an outlaw in Fargus. She took me in and let me live here.
You're an outlaw?
Didn't I tell you? I was born into House Karen
Yeah.
in Fargus. They used to call me Thunderstrike Cassandra. I was implicated in a plot to kill the king.
Ooh.
It was a totally false accusation, of course.
Oh, okay.
I had to flee the kingdom, and the Archbishop took me in.
Why'd you come to the monastery?
I used to be a student at the academy, so I knew I'd be safe here. Lady Rhea saved me once when I was a student, you know. We were tasked with battling monsters, but we were ambushed. I almost died. Lady Rhea took care of me. She didn't mind getting dirty. She took my muddied, bloodied body into her arms. Since then, Lady Rhea has been my inspiration. I will always serve her, protect her, love her. For some reason, when I think about Lady Rhea, your face comes to mind. You've become an important presence in my life.
I'm honored.
I wasn't expecting you to have a positive response. I'm not thrilled about it personally. I am still going to keep my eye on you. Not so I can report to Lady Rhea, though. Just because I want to.
Oh. Oh. You guys. Making friends. I think we might go stable. And then I'll try and remember to amiibo gazebo. We got two. Oh, we got another one. Oh, we got another two. Forgot that happens. If you fast travel, they repopulate. Hello?
Professor.
Seth!
May I discuss something with you? I promised to help you find the truth of who you are, but I'm afraid it's not that simple. There are some details I have kept concealed.
Like?
5 years ago, before she vanished, I asked Rhea some pointed questions. I learned that she knows everything about you. No, that is understating it. Rhea is responsible for your existence.
She's dead now, so can't ask her. Okay, sure, what do you mean?
I could explain to you here and now what fragments of knowledge I was able to pry from Rhea.
Yeah.
I fear, however, that a partial understanding might do you more harm than good.
Let's see.
Once we save Rhea, you will know the whole of it. For now, that is all I can tell you.
Okay.
If you are still uncertain about your feelings, then permit me to add one more thing.
Uh-huh.
You, Rhea, and I, we are like family. Because of those deep ties, you can be certain that I will never abandon or betray you. On
Oh,
the contrary,
cheers.
I greatly wish to see what your future holds. I am, and will always be, your ally.
Wait. We're like family. Okay. Because of Ollie, I'll give you the benefit of the chance. But it doesn't really excuse all your past actions and how you've been a massive dick to me. But I guess since we're family now, that's fine. Even family members can turn on each other.
You are not wrong. History is full of examples. I don't believe that will be the case here, but I suppose all I can do is ask for your trust. The truth is, you have become indispensable to me. And that is true quite independently of whether I see eye to eye with Rhea, or even whether we are friends. After this war is over, where I go and what I do will depend wholly on you.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean?
I am still trying to figure that out myself. Perhaps it is just that I find you so fascinating that I cannot bring myself to leave your side. I dislike a one-sided conversation, but in this case I am afraid I had no choice. Our future is yours to determine.
Okay. Hello, strange man. I've never seen before. Amiibo? Yeah, give me loot, give me loot. Oh, carrot, oh, platinum fish. Oh, platinum fish. If you guys want to give me, more like ambrosia or shells or something of, not monetary value, but, itemy stat value, that would be much appreciated. Beep, 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 beep. Whee! I don't like creepy Byleth. Yes, spirit dust. That's what I'm talking about. Black Pearl! Get on! Don't get why they give you so many tea though. So many tea? So much tea. Oh, look at that. This month's successful certifications. Grammary #1. Wyvern Lord, Mortal Savant. War Master. I don't think I've ever used War Master. Warlock, that's pretty cool. Bishop, kind of basic, but sure. So kind of weird it's not like Byleth or any one person in particular. Just out of everyone. Oh, we got one up here. Who this? Shield Bear.
Dear Goddess, please allow His Majesty to rest in peace. Who is it? Oh, Professor. What brings you here at this hour?
Oh. Heard your voice.
I am most sorry for disturbing you. The hour is late, Professor. You should be resting in preparation for the day to come.
I'm gonna have to nip off in a bit. So my downstairs neighbour has got a parcel and I've got to take it around. What are we doing?
I was offering my prayers to the goddess. It is all that I can do now. I told you I was in service of the royal family, yes? When I was only a young soldier, the king saw fit to make a knight of me. I was given the great honor of guiding and protecting the royal family.
Protecting?
Indeed.
Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have
I
asked.
served in that post for nearly 40 years. I instructed both King Lambert and Prince Dimitri in the arts of combat, tactics, and academia.
Ooh.
I also did all in my power to keep them safe. Until that day, I was unable to fulfill my duty. I was powerless.
Being tragedy of Duskar, right?
Yes. When I received word of the attack, it was already too late. His Majesty was dead,
Oof.
along with many knights and soldiers. If only I had made it to Duskar more quickly. It is my fault that His Highness Dimitri has become the way he is now. After that, I abandoned my wife and child and fled my homeland.
Oof.
I
Good
turned
work.
my back on everything I swore to protect. My sins are countless. I will bear the weight of my guilt for as long as I live.
You're going about this the wrong way, mate. Like, really the wrong way.
Apologizing to my daughter and wife, devoting myself to His Highness. That is the way to atonement. And yet, even if I am granted the forgiveness of those who still live, praying is all I can do to atone to those who are with us no more.
Praying won't help you to atone.
Long ago, there was someone who told me something quite similar. Forgive me.
Okay.
This will not do. As I grow older, I find myself talking endlessly about the past. But it is too late for such things now. I have finished my prayers. We should return.
Move forward, Gilbert. Come on, mate. Oh, Sarge. Don't know if I should just have a little mini episode. Let me just go and check. Let's see if I can see out the back. Bloody problem with her picking a big old parcel. I'm probably gonna do supports, because if we're doing support then I can just leave mid-combo and let it run. Sure, we'll do Felix and Mercedes. Ooh, I need to go to the Abyss as well.
Here you are.
Oh, were you looking for me, Felix?
You were injured in the last battle. Are you okay?
I'm fine now. Thank you for your concern.
You really are troublesome.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to get in your way out there. I just couldn't help but worry. I was only trying to keep an eye on you.
What are you even doing on the battlefield? You endangered yourself and got hurt. Such a stupid thing to do.
Yes, of course, you're right. I have no excuses.
If you intend to carry on being such a fool, you'd best stay near me.
Are you sure? I'd hate to get in your way again.
You can...
Hmm?
You can keep thinking of me as your little brother. That'd be better than going through this again.
But I thought you didn't like that. Didn't you say you were fed up with it?
I am fed up with it. I've already spent years filling in for someone who's dead. My older brother inspired love and respect. He was a great knight. He died. Since his death, his memory has followed me around like a shadow.
Oh, I didn't know you had a brother too.
I don't let my personal feelings distract me on the battlefield. Still, do I really remind you of him?
Well, you don't look like him, but something about you feels so familiar. It just makes me want to protect you. That's not to say that you're incapable or unreliable or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're the one who just came to check on me.
You need to pay attention to your surroundings. You're reckless. Lives are at stake, including mine when I have to run over and save your skin.
Yes, I'll try to be more careful. Thank you for being so kind, Felix.
Whatever.
Okay. God, we do have quite a bit. So, do you have any? No. Yuri. Oh, I don't want to do any A's in case I miss it. Bernie. Yuri. Oh my god. Raphael, you've got A's, mate, haven't you? Yes. Very good, very nice. Okay, Yuri Ingrid. More food.
Finally, you've arrived. I was beginning to get impatient. Have a seat.
Oh, Yuri's
What are
outfit.
you on about?
I'm
What are you
not
on about?
on about anything. Let's have dinner together, Yuri.
What is this? Did you make it?
I did.
Aww.
It's a simple dish. My culinary skills are fairly basic.
Hold on. What exactly is this about?
You cook for me, I cook for you. That's how this works. It may not be quite as elegant a meal as that of a Dresdian or Leicester cuisine, but the food of Fargus is delicious nonetheless.
Lesser.
Thank you for the meal. It was lovely, Ingrid. The flavors were nostalgic. Reminded me of when I lived with my mother and the Elder. I was actually born in a poor town in Fargus. The flavors in this dish remind me of those days. Sorry. I didn't mean to compare a meal made by nobility with the meager food I grew up eating.
No offense taken. To tell the truth, although my house is a noble one, it's also lacking in money. Our territory was struck by famine, and we ate whatever the land gave us, which wasn't much. We took what we could, just like everyone.
I see. Well, I must say that your cooking is quite to my taste. Any meal made with so much thought and care is bound to be delicious.
Why, thank you. High praise indeed, from someone who knows their way around a kitchen.
To survive in this world means to sharpen many skills, whether it's cooking or anything else, really. Although I've got to say, I do enjoy cooking. And if my meals can bring a smile to someone's face, all the better. Celebrating victories with friends, sitting around a table with loved ones, watching someone enjoy the meal I made them. Few things bring me more joy.
Have you ever considered giving up being the Lord of the Underworld and becoming a chef instead?
Oh, there we go.
A chef, huh? You know, that doesn't sound half bad.
If you ever do, I'd come to your restaurant and eat whatever you'd whipped up every day.
I'd like that very much. I'd work extra hard so I could see that lovely smile of yours.
You are just too much. I can hardly maintain my composure around you.
Oh.
Did I say something wrong?
Not at all, Yuri. Not at all.
Said everything right. Alright, we just check. I think I'm gonna have to call this episode here. Oh. See you next time. Cheers then.